Good morning to all my dear students. We have started with our lesson number 8, pollution. What is it? When harmful substances contaminate the environment, it is called as pollution. Let's see the types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. In our previous lecture, we have studied air pollution. Air that contains harmful substances at unhealthy level is called as air pollution. Children, in today's session, we will be learning about water pollution. The contamination of water with undesirable substances which makes it unfit for usage is called as water pollution. Got it? What are the pollutants of water? These are the substances that cause the water to get dirty and polluted. Introduction. Children, see this lake. Earlier, this was a tourist spot. Now, people avoid coming here. What is responsible for it? Yes, it is the foul smell of polluted water of the lake. What are the objectives? Let's see. At the end of this lesson, we will be able to define what is water pollution. Describe the sources of water pollution. Describe the harmful effects of pollution. Discuss the measures of pollution prevention. Water is an essential part of human, animals, and plant life. Living things cannot live without water. It is said that life originated in water and gradually shifted to land. But the importance of water still remains the same. Water is essential for every living organism to grow and flourish. Look at these activities. What is common in these activities? Yes, you are correct. All these activities highlight the use of water. Isn't it, children? Yes. As you all know, children, that 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water, and it is most precious natural resources on our planet. Do you know where this water comes? It comes from natural resources like lakes, rivers, and oceans. However, look at what we are doing to resources. We are polluting them. The polluted water of resources may contain bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites, which causes diseases like cholera, typhoid, and jaundice. Let us look at the sources of water pollution. Pollution enters the water bodies as acid rain, eroded soil, runoff containing fertilizers and pesticides, as chemical released from industries and others from cities and towns. The chemical released from industries like arsenic, leads, and fluoride leads to toxicity in plants and animals. Children, have you seen ponds which look green from a distance? This is due to algae grown in it. Do you know how these algae grow in a pond? During rainfall, large amount of fertilizers gets washed from the fields and fall on the ponds and rivers. These washed off fertilizers acts as nutrients for algae to flourish when this algae to flourish. So children, when these algae die, they serve as food for bacteria which use most of the oxygen from water. And as a result, most of the aquatic animals die due to lack of oxygen. Also, people bath, wash clothes, and defecate into the rivers and ponds. They also throw garbage and non-biodegradable polythene bags in the river. Many rivers have become dead due to a high level of pollution, and aquatic life cannot survive in them. The waste material that pollutes the water are called water pollutants. Can you tell children why we boil water before drinking? Because boiling kills the harmful microorganisms present in the water. Another method of purifying water is chlorination. It is the chemical method. It is done by adding chloride tablets to the water. Do not dispose polluted water directly into rivers and lakes before its treatment. Reuse water that is used for washing vegetables, for watering the plants in the garden. Reduce, reuse, and recycle should be our mantra to control water pollution. Let's study the main cause of water pollution. So, let's get started. Children, water pollution is contamination of water bodies like lakes, river, streams, oceans, and other underground water bodies. And this pollution makes the water in the water bodies unsafe for use. So, about 11% people on earth don't have access to safe drinking water. Now, we will learn what are the main causes of water pollution. Factories, industries release a lot of waste directly into the nearby water bodies and thus makes it polluted. Most factories, industries release smoke by the chimneys of the factories to reaches the water along with polluted rain. So pollutes the water. Each year, the world generates about 5 to 10 billion tons of industrial waste, much of which is pumped untreated into rivers, oceans, and other water bodies, and is the main reason for water pollution. Children, the next reason is sewage. Our earth has billions of people living on it, and all of them generate waste every day. And managing this waste is a very big problem for all of us. And out of that, sewage waste is the most difficult to manage. Sewage waste contaminates the water, and most of the countries directly releases all its sewage waste into the water bodies. Water contamination due to sewage waste leads to diseases like diarrhea, cholera. According to WHO, that is World Health Organization, water-related disease can kill about 135 million people by the year 2020. In case of developed countries, we have modern toilets that flush away the sewage waste to distant places. Do not contaminate water sources near a house. But in the case of undeveloped country, a big percent of people in developed countries do not have access to modern flush toilets, and their sewage waste pollutes their environment and other water resources, which leads to diseases like diarrhea and cholera. The next reason is household waste. Every person on this earth adds some pollutants to water by washing utensils, washing clothes, washing the sheets. And these are washed in every house using some kinds of detergents and soap. People bath using these soaps and shampoos. All these soaps, detergent and shampoo mix up with the clean water and turns it into dirty water that alternately reaches the water bodies through long pipes and contaminates the water. Pollution from heavy metals and chemicals. Another kind of toxic pollution comes from heavy metals. Lead, cadmium, mercury. Lead is commonly used in gasoline, so its use is restricted now in some countries. Mercury and cadmium are still used in batteries. Main source of heavy metal pollution are mining, chromium salt manufacturing, leather tanning, lead acid batteries, e-waste, paints, fuel combustion, and thermal power plant. Next cause is oil pollution. Our oceans and seas are a big victim of oil pollution, as a lot of oil is released into seas and ocean due to human activities. For example, oil spills from oil tanks and ships. Oil spill is a major problem because a huge quantity of oil is spilled at one location, and it's catastrophic for the marine wildlife. It means it is dangerous for the wildlife like fish, birds, turtle, sea mammals, etc. A lot of oil in sea water comes from routine shipping. Oil that we use in our homes reaches the sea through wastewater drain. This is also one of the causes of water pollution. Farming. Yes, farming is also one of the causes of water pollution. In the process of farming, so many chemicals are added to soil. Pesticides are used to kill the pest. Insecticides are used to kill insects. Weedicides are used to kill unwanted plants. Fertilizers are used to make the soil more fertile. And all these things contain chemical that reaches the groundwater, and also these chemicals are washed away by rain and reach water bodies, which pollutes the water. Are you understanding, children? Another reason is plastic pollution. Plastic is one of the most common material used these days, like plastic bottles, plastic bags, etc. Plastic is non-biodegradable. Plastic does not break down or decompose easily like other types of waste. Even when plastic breaks down, it releases toxic chemicals. So, plastic waste survives for very long time. For example, plastic bottle caps or any plastic waste can survive for more than 400 years. In oceans or seas, the plastic waste like bottle caps keeps on traveling long distances and survive for hundreds of years. The side effects are, if marine animals swallow plastic, it chokes them and they die. So children, these were some of the main causes of water pollution. Let us study the effects of water pollution. Let's learn some of the major defects. Water pollution has very serious effects on nature and all the living beings. Another reason is thermal pollution. Water pollution causes the death of fish and many other aquatic animals as polluted water has toxic substances that are harmful for the aquatic life. Understood? Waste from factories increases the temperature of water, and due to this increased temperature, the life of marine increased temperature of water reduces the amount of oxygen in it that results in reduced aquatic life. Now children, let us study. The drinking polluted water can cause diseases like cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, hepatitis A, lead poisoning, malaria, polio, fluorosis, and intestinal worms also. That affects our organs. Consumption of highly contaminated water can cause injury to heart and kidneys. Toxins in water can harm the aquatic organisms, thus breaking a link in the food chain. Urea, animal manure, and vegetable peeling are the food for algae. Algae grows according to how much waste is there in the water sources. These algae reduces the amount of oxygen present in the water, which reduces the oxygen in water and are harmful for aquatic life. Prevention of water pollution. Use environment-friendly detergent. Do not pour oil in wastewater drains. Reduce the use of chemicals in farming areas. We should not pour household cleaning products like paints, motor oils, cleaning solvents, ammonia, pool chemicals directly in wastewater drain. It is very harmful. Got it, children? We should never flush any medicines in toilets. Use as less chemicals as possible. Let us summarize what we have learned. Water pollution is the contamination of water by substances harmful to life. Sewage, agricultural chemicals, and industrial waste are some of the major contaminants of water. Water which is purified and fit for drinking is known as potable water. it is necessary to take measures to prevent water pollution in order to have safe drinking water and water for other uses. Let's see the notes. First, we have the new words followed by the glossaries, and then fill in the blanks. We have match the following followed by true or false and answer the following questions accordingly. We have also to write the effects of water pollution on human beings, ecosystems and other effects. So children, take care because healthy is happy. Thank you, my dear children. I hope you all have understood today's session. We shall see you in the next lecture with the next type of pollution. Thank you.